If you have a circular punch, this video is for you. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. We're going to have some really cute fun today using punches. This one is just a regular circle, and this is a scallop circle. Either one will work for today's project. But when we're finished, y'all, you're going to realize just how easy it is to upscale any packaging that you might be making. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera so that I can show you what I'm talking about, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so what I have here is a 3-inch round scallop punch and a 1.5-inch circular punch, no scallops. But what I'm going to show you, it doesn't matter if it's scalloped or round, you'll be able to do this. In fact, you can do this with a whole bunch of different punch shapes, but today we're dealing with those round punches that you might have. A lot of us have round punches. Let's bring them out. Let's put them to good use, because here is what we're going to be making. So I am going to show you how to take that circular punch and make the cutest embellishments. Then I'm going to show you a nifty little trick on how you can take these and make them so that they can be reused on a variety of projects that you might be making. But y'all, this is so super easy. It instantly dresses up any simple project that you might have made. This is a plain polka dot bag, nothing special. But when we put that on there, we have elevated it, and it is gorgeous. We're going into gift giving season, weddings, graduations. Let me show you just how easy it is to do this. And I'm sure some of you have done this with heart punches and oval punches and a variety of different sizes. But today, like I said, we're working with the round ones. And I am just going to pick out a paper from my 6x6 paper pad. And I think I'm going to go with this one. So for the flowers that I'm making, I discovered that I like them with at least 3 layers on them. First, I'm going to take my 6x6 and I'm going to punch out 2 3-inch scallops. You can definitely do this however you like. Then I'm going to take that 1.5-inch and punch out 2 circles. I might even be able to get 3 out of this, but I know that I can get 2. So let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these, the 2 that are alike, I want this to be the outside. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue, put that glue right there, and match these. So I want the scallops to match. So let's give that a moment to set up and dry. Then I'm going to do the same thing with my circles. So I'm going to take some glue and just stack these. There are a lot of ways to do this. This is just one of the ways that I like to do it when I need to make a whole bunch. I don't want to end up cutting all of these separately, so I like to stack them like this. And now I'm just going to take a nice little gem and put it in the middle. And I'll take a smaller one and put it in the middle right there. Now this one I'll be removing in just a few minutes, but this one will stay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring in my scissors, and on my scallops I'm going to count every 4th scallop, and I'll start here, and then I'm going to count every 4th scallop. So 1, 2, 3, 4. and I'll cut again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll cut again. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut again. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut again. 1, 2, 3, 4, cut again. So now I have all of these pieces. I don't like how they're touching, so all I'm going to do is just go back in and trim from both ends so that I can get a little bit of separation in between. You see how that is versus how these are? That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to the edge and I'm cutting off a little bit from this side and then a little bit from the petal next to it. And we do that because we want a little bit of separation in those petals. All right, so I have that one, and I am just going to remove my little center piece here. And it's okay if it's a little bit rough because this will be stacked on top. So now, with this one, I don't have scallops. So basically what I'm going to do is cut across on this end, and then I'll rotate to the opposite end and cut to match it. And then I'll cut here. I'll turn it around and cut here. And then I'll just go in and cut in between each one of these. And then I'm just going to go around and do what I did on the other one, which is just cut a little bit off so that I can get that separation in between. So you see how I have that separation there? I'm just going to go around and do this on all of the sides. All right, so now that we have both of these, we're going to be stacking this one on top of this one. I am going to add a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to take this one and just stack it on top of that one. And let's just give that a moment to dry. While it's drying, we're simply going to cut out some leaves, and we're going to do it the way that we used to do it in school. We're going to take a piece of paper and let's just fold it in half. Give it a little crease. And then we're just going to cut out a few leaves. You can make your leaves as big or as small as you want. And I think I'm going to go with 3 leaves. So when we open them, we have some rustic looking leaves, but they are going to work on this project. So now all we're going to do is we're just going to take these pieces and we're going to lift them up and on this piece I'm just going to take my finger and sort of go in there and scrunch it just a little bit. You can do this however you like. And I'm sure some of you are saying, well, I can do this quicker on my die cutting machine. And that's true, you probably can punch out a whole bunch of flowers quickly on a die cutting machine, but not everyone has one. So I think it's important that we know how to make some of these embellishments even when we don't have the die cutters and things like that. And look, we have a really sweet little paper flower. I can take my petals and put them in like this. And then I'm going to find a little sentiment to put in right here. And some of you might remember the embellishment book that I made a while back in a video. If I can find the video, I will have it linked. But basically, what I have in here are packs of ephemera. So once I've used a piece of ephemera, I'm taking this thank you. I just mark it out so that I know I've used that one. This little system has worked very well for me. So like I said, if I can find the video, I will have it linked in the description box below. I made several of these and they hold various types of ephemera. So now we're just going to bring this in. Let's see if my hot glue has heated up, because I'm going to use hot glue, and just take that and hot glue it there. And then I'll take this one. We're going to hot glue it right there. And then I'll take this piece and we're just going to tuck it in like that. And then I still have another leaf, so I'm going to add some hot glue right there. And I think I'll take it and just put it at the top like that. All right, so now we have a nice little flower. Very simple craft today, y'all, but these are the things that I like to do from time to time so that we can take some of the scraps that you might have, or some 6x6s that you might have, and use some of the punches that you might even have to make little beauties like this. But we're not stopping here. I am going to bring in some jumbo paper clips. And since I already have a little purple bag made, I am going to take this jumbo paper clip and we're going to put it on like this. So this will allow for us to be able to reuse this piece of ephemera over and over. So I've added some glue there. I am going to take this and just put it on the back here like this. And now I can bring that sweet little bag back in, and before I had the flower and I placed it on like this. We can just glue it down, and if someone wants to remove it and use it, they can. Or we can take it and mount it to a large paper clip. I got these paper clips from Hobby Lobby. And so now we can take this and we can just put it on like this. Have a nice, beautiful embellishment for this that we can remove and reuse. But I do have 4 of these made, and they were all made using that same construction technique. The only difference is on this one, I used the scallop punch on the bottom and then the round punch, smaller punch on the top. So if you have punches, whether they are round, oval, heart-shaped, go ahead and pull them out and punch out some shapes, and then imagine how you can turn those into beautiful flowers or beautiful embellishments for your paper crafting. We don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get things like this. We can pull out our scraps and our little pieces of ephemera, and we can turn them into something like this for pennies. So guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this very quick video on how we can make beautiful embellishments for our projects. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it, and I would love to have you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful handcrafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.